Hey everyone, welcome back to Rogue 16. Today we're doing a spotlight for something, I guess, a little bit different. This is something Jason brought to my attention and our attention a little bit ago, and we've been wanting to do this for a while. We just haven't been able to get to it, and so I'm happy we're able to do it now. But we're talking today about the this piece from Scruffy Looking Workshop, which is a rail guard concept piece.
Yes.
Jason, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yes. So Scruffy Looking Workshop, they've been around for a little bit. This is new. This is a new venture, but they sort of been into the concept realm of things, right? For quite a few years. And it's interesting, the things that they sort of have their hand in, models and other designs, artwork, etc. So this is something they've been working on for some time, and this is the first release. So this is already up for pre-order.
Yep.
You can go to Scruffy Local Workshop right now, and you can purchase this. There's also a variation of the black Royal Guard from the artwork that you can purchase as well. And so what we're going to do today is just go over and have a quick discussion. So what I like about this is I know we have a little bit of, maquette mania lately, right?
Right.
Where not to compare and contrast, but Regal Robot does the conceptual maquettes that were made for George to say yay or nay, and then revise and move to the next step.
Right.
These are based solely on when the ideas are just coming. If Nilo, Joe Johnston, whomever, Ralph, were sketching out different things. Is this what the Royal Guard should look like? Is this what the Biker Scout should look like, etc.? So these are going to be based on that. So they're a little bit different. Those of you who are familiar with the concept art, have some of the books, etc., you're going to recognize these immediately. Some may look at it and say, hey, that looks a little odd, looks a little weird. So the good thing about that is I have one in hand. This one is a prototype, so what I'm going to show you is just a little bit different from what we see on screen, but
Sure.
we'll go over that as we move forward. So this is an idea of, this comes with the piece. So this is a little art card. So this is an idea of what it's based off of.
Yep.
So you can see he's a little bit more bulbous, rounded. They don't have that very slender toned helmet.
Right.
And again, you can see that detail there. And then just like most props that you're buying, maquettes, etc., you'll receive basically a COA card, which is just, standard. This one's going to be blank. It doesn't have any number. Numbered out of 60, but because it's a prototype, it's not numbered. So it gives you a breakdown. What I do like about this is this in particular is mixed media. Let me just try to get a little more light in here. Sorry.
There you go.
So this is mixed media. So it gives you a breakdown that the helmet is a polyurethane resin.
Okay.
The body is resin and fabric, which I really like. The base on this one is a concrete base. However, what you'll order, because when I got the prototype in hand, what we did is we got a little bit of feedback. I reached out to a few people and got some feedback. And upon that feedback, aggregating all that info and sending it over, they made some changes.
Yeah.
So we'll see that in a second. So the base on this is concrete. The base you'll receive is metal and magnetic. So the piece is removable. The paint, is all done with the polished coat. And then the plaque is a metal plaque. So here's the prototype in hand. So I'll blow that up a little bit. So you can see this differs a little bit if you turn it to the side. This is solid.
Yep.
Solid concrete. Here's the metal plaque. Again, you'll see that the number of is empty because this is the prototype. But this right here is all fabric, which I love. And you see the two-tone fabric.
That's cool. That's cool.
And it's even tucked very nicely. You can see and on this side too, you can see how well that's done.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very beautifully. And then the helmet, I wish I can get a little bit of a better, let me see if I can do this. This might work. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
So you can see the
texture on the screen. Yeah.
Yep. Has that screen look. You can see the detail of the helmet itself.
Sure.
And you see how far back it goes down.
Yeah.
Which I really love the idea of the mixed media. And even the mixed media is two-tone. So you get the cloth where it's got the dark red, the lighter tone red.
Was it more cost effective for them to go away from the concrete?
Yeah, so I think because these are shipping from Mexico,
Yeah,
this as it stands in my hand is pretty heavy.
sure.
This weighs a few pounds, primarily because of the base. So yeah, the base is pretty solid through and through. It's actual concrete. Now it's different and it gives a little bit more of a premium vibe to it, but
Sure.
I actually like the cleaner, sleeker look of the metal.
Yeah.
And I also like that it's magnetic, it's removable.
Hmm.
So let's say, for example, you're not a fan of the base. Let's say you want to just have the maquette stand on its own. You can then take the maquette off and place it as is as they continue to release additional pieces. And in addition to that, I don't have the exact measurements, but it's actually not that. I don't know how it looks on screen, but I mean, here's a 7-inch phone screen, so it's
Right.
not that small.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, from base to top, we're talking probably about 7, 8 inches. The maquette itself about 5 inches, and that's this particular character. Like most
Sure.
maquettes, depending on the character, they will vary. But yeah, I wish the lighting was better just to do it justice. It almost looks better like this without blowing me up, because you just get a little bit more of that, the two tone, the detail of the mixed media.
Yeah, yeah. No, it
I mean,
looks great.
beautiful
I
paint.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it looks really nice how it's like very tightly um the garment looks really nice. All that stuff looks great. I mean, I will say the metal does look really good. This stand.
yeah.
Um
And on this one, so on the prototype, the plaque is adhered to the base.
sure.
But as we look at a few more images of what you'll receive if you order one, the plaque is removable if you'd like. And
That makes sense.
it's standards. I don't want to say standard size. MR kind of set the size of the plaques, and then Regal Robot, RS, they all use that 2 by 3 inch square plaque. So it's the same size plaque. It's a metal plaque with
Yeah.
a two tone. I wonder if this color may vary depending on the character. I don't know if they'll all be black with
Yeah, if
the
they'll
sort of
vary the if
silver
they'll make a different
with the silver
different
tone writing.
yeah,
It does have a nice vibe to it. I do like it. But yeah, that's metal, which is
that's cool.
nice. Nice metal plaque. But
This
yeah,
will give you guys a good idea of obviously this is the kind of bent metal you know um base that we're talking about. But this
yep.
is the other version that they have up now, which is the black version.
Yeah, so
Um
this is the variant. I believe there's 20 of these, if I'm correct,
okay.
or is it 30? It
No,
says
20.
it says
There's
in the
20.
image.
There's 20.
20? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
shadow
in
guard.
in the concept art, they did design a black royal guard, and we've seen them implemented as 3 3/4 scale figures. I think even Black Series did a shadow guard. We call them shadow guards. They've been put out there, a bit. So yeah, as you purchase it now, this is what you can do upon display. So
Yeah,
you can take it off its base, you can take the plaque off,
right.
etc. Which I like that idea
Yeah, yeah,
because if you continue the line, let's say you want every character, or you want to skip a character, pick your favorites,
sure.
etc. You have the ability to sort of work with how you want to display them.
Well, and they're magnetic, so technically you could build your own. You could have
Yes,
your
you can have an elongated one,
Yeah,
put
you
them
could
all
have your own
together.
stand and put them all together in a different display way, right? That you want, like
Yes,
with all the with all the plaques, in certain place. So, like, yeah, there's endless possibilities. I mean, it's the same kind of idea as the Lowland props type of thing, where you can these things are magnetized to
yeah,
this base per se, right? Um, which is cool. I like that. I like
giving
that
you that
everything.
extra display option.
Yeah,
And
I like that it comes with a little card, the little design of the
yeah,
concept
it's
art.
nice. It's nice having the art card as reference,
Yeah, it's cool.
right? For those who don't know, it's just cool to be like, okay, this is the image it's based off of. This even has Imperial Guard. It's got Needle's little scratch in the corner. Um, you know, 1981, the COA, etc. So yeah, it's a nice little package. Initially, we were going to do an unboxing,
Yeah,
but just some QC issues because I
sure.
had gotten the prototype and got one of the first ones. I just had to do a quick QC check, make sure everything was good. It arrived fine. There were no issues. My styrofoam got a little banged up in transit, but again, the piece was very, very well protected.
Well,
Uh,
yours also had that giant concrete base thing. So,
yeah,
like,
mine had the concrete
it's a
base
little
that
bit
was
of a different beast to ship.
Yes,
now that they've changed it, I think that gives them, it probably allows for a little bit easier shipping and handling, to get to you safely. So, um, no, it's
yeah.
really,
It makes it more cost
really cool.
effective, and I think it's a little easier and safer to pack as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree. I agree. No. And so there's 60 of this red one, the concept armor, and then there's royal guard, and there's 60 of the shadow, or 20 of the shadow guard.
20 of the Shadow Guard,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you know what the cost is on these guys?
I believe right now they're 99 or
Okay.
98,
Okay.
and I don't know if that includes shipping, but they're very reasonable. Yeah, so they're 99, which I think is a great
Yeah.
price,
Yeah.
especially for anybody
Not
who's
bad.
into conceptual art and
Right.
you want a representation of that.
Yeah. 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 Right.
You can't go wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
$100 is yeah.
And like you said, they're making more. They're making more characters.
Yes, the next release is coming soon. I think we might be doing a video covering that within the
Okay.
next 1 to 2 weeks.
Sure.
But the release is actually right around the corner,
Yeah.
and then there's already about 2 or 3 additional characters
Beyond that, ready to go.
ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really cool. Yeah. So it's cool. You guys can, if you jump in on this, you can get in a bit of a series of collectibles that, you're not just gonna have one that you can display. You can have multiples. So that's cool. That's always nice.
Yep. So
So
they're technically considered 1/5 scale. So I like that because it gives you a little bit more perspective.
sure.
Of what your displayability and the where and how you would display it.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we don't always, but we will actually put a link in the bottom of this particular video.
Yeah.
Even though it's Scruffy Looking Workshop, we'll put a link to it so you can just click and go. It's not an affiliate link. There's nothing there. It's just to give you
Yeah.
the right direction to the site.
Yeah, for sure.
Place an order. But yeah, they got they got some great things in the pipeline, and I think they're doing amazing work.
Yeah.
And if things do go well, which I hope they do, just
Yeah.
as anybody starts off,
Hmm.
it's kind of one of those things where you can look at somebody like Lola and be like, oh yeah, they're look where they are today. But I remember the general badge
Yeah.
just kind of sat,
It's
so
sat there. Yeah.
it takes a minute. But
Yeah.
I think if things go well, we'll see a nice nice display characters. But I think we might also see some conceptual vehicles.
Oh,
Now, I don't know if we're talking full 1/24th or 1/48
right.
scale models, but
Right.
in the realm of seeing something unique or different, maybe Joe Johnston or Nilo style
Sure.
vehicle, which I think would be a really fun and interesting display for
That's
anybody.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
So,
Yeah. And yeah, it's packaged well. It's a nice looking piece. It's just a nice idea, right? Especially for there's a lot of concept people that like that concept stuff these days.
yeah,
With
you know me, I'm
with
a
the
huge
Regal
fan of this.
stuff, with all the Regal stuff coming out, like this would kind of fit in with that same thing. Um, these honestly remind me a lot of those maquettes, the concept maquettes from Regal Robot.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, I'm loving it so far. I think
killer.
I think it's great work. I think it's a lot of great thought and time has been put into it, and I think as they move forward, it's only going to get better. So,
Yeah, killer.
um,
Good.
yeah, happy to have this. I actually just noticed that the cloth is actually 3 different tones because you get that sort of like
Hmm.
um
Yeah,
umber and then
yeah,
this and then the red around. Yeah,
that's really cool.
and this has
Um,
like this is actually textured. You can
yeah, underneath, I noticed that.
yeah
That's
you
cool.
can have the texture. Yeah.
Yeah, great piece. Yeah, guys, we'll be doing more of this this scruffy looking workshop stuff coming up. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you like the concept stuff, go over and buy one of these things and get it in your collection. I mean, it's really reasonably priced.
Yeah, I mean, I know shipping, it's not exactly 10 or $15. I know shipping can be
Sure.
a little bit up there, but even at $140, $150, I mean, you can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
No, it's
I mean,
great. That's a
yeah,
great price. So
I think it's very, very well priced and makes it reasonable for anybody to make that decision.
yeah,
Yeah,
killer.
yeah,
Well, guys,
definitely.
I think that's gonna be it for us. Hopefully we'll get some more out and see you on the next one.
Definitely. Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon.